Grand Rising, man. I'm gonna try to keep this up under 15 minutes, man. Big shout out to everybody that's doggone staying positive and uplifting and using as much positivity to drown out negativity. All right, guys, what inspired this video that I'm making right now? Previous I made a video, Stonecrest versus Lithonia. For those of you who don't know, go back and watch those videos. So basically, unincorporated part of Lithonia, we turned into Stonecrest. When I say we turned it into Stonecrest, it was a lot of work put in, meaning, one had to go to the Georgia assembly to have it put on the ballot for us to vote for cityhood. And, a lot of young folks say voting don't work. And here it is, we were able to have it put on placed on the ballot, cityhood, and we turned unincorporated Lithonia into Stonecrest. So the city of Stonecrest and the city of Lithonia is two different municipalities. It's two different municipalities. All right, so okay, we passed that part. Go back and watch Stonecrest, Georgia versus Lithonia, Georgia. Okay, long story short, I'm on social media, YouTube and fan base and Facebook. And big shout out to fan base, by the way. If you haven't signed up to for Black on social media, get on fan base. It ain't just for Black folks, but it's Black on, so I support it. And like I support everybody else. And anywho, I was on, I got on my Facebook, on like my notifications to build up. And so as I'm strolling, and by the way, before I go any further, the majority of my friends, how many friends I have on Facebook? Okay, I ain't got many. I got like 80 friends, and I keep it that way. It's been that way for years. I got like 80 friends, right? And out of all 80 friends that are on my social media, is someone that I've met in person. It's someone that I've know. Everybody that's on my Facebook is people that I've met. I don't have no strangers. Meaning, if I haven't met you and shook your hand or we hung out, I don't have no strangers. That's just my thing. That's how I run my social media. And also about my social media, Facebook and fan base, I don't go looking for any friends. I'm not looking for no old high school friends, elementary friends. I believe, if you was in chapter 1, you was in chapter 1. If you was in chapter 20, chapter 30, chapter 40, and that's how I live my life. I keep it moving, and to each his own, but I don't go try to rekindle certain things. If it's meant to be, it'll be. If you was in chapter 10 and you pop back up in chapter 25, so be it. But most of my real buddies, they got my phone numbers. We know how to meet and we know how to link up. All right, and I just wanted to put that out there. So everybody that's on my social media, everyone came to be my friend. I've never gone to and say add me as a friend. Out of all 80 of the people that's on my social media, I never went to anyone and say add me as a friend. So if you're on my page, you're on my page for a reason, right? Now, I said all of that to say, as I was strolling, going down my timeline, I noticed, I don't want to say the person name, that's why I'm not showing it. In fact, let me see if I can just blot out the name. Okay, this is me blotting out the name. So I'm on Facebook and it says, the fam and black mob ruined Stonecrest. Let's talk about it. Now, young man, you know who you are. I'm like a damn near generation older than this guy. And when we see each other, we gonna talk, man. But this is like borderline reckless, man, because we all over the age of 30. I mean, I'm in my 40s, but we all over the age of 30, and this is a big reckless right here. And the reason I say that is because Stonecrest is predominantly the wealthiest minority city in all of Georgia. We're 94% African American. And we over here cleaning up, trying to have a safe place for our families, our mothers, our grandmothers, our wives, our significant others, and create families and have a better life. And truth be told, this happened back in the day. He was saying basically, I guess the two crews, that he mentioned is the reason for Stonecrest becoming in the position it's in. Meaning a lot of the well-known businesses, they're gone. They're gone. So if you mention Johnny Rockets, Bugaboo Creeks, Ruby Tuesday, just like other fancy restaurants that you can go to and dine and enjoy. A lot of the stores that was in the mall, Barnes and Nobles, a lot of popular stores. Too many to name. Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and it's just too many to name. Some well-known businesses, right? It's basically saying let's talk about it, meaning we want the credit for doing the dirt and for doing all of the crazy ignorant stuff back when we were young. And truth be told, when we was young, everybody had their live wire days. But this just display ignorance on a whole nother level. And let me just get to the meat of it. All of that blame game, let's blame the cops. Let's blame the oppressor / white man, the colonizer, whatever name or title people give them. All right, most Europeans, and it's like when I say this displaying ignorance, we are our own worst enemy. If you haven't seen any of my Stonecrest and Stonecrest's own worst enemy, we are our own worst enemy. We're 94% African American, and here's a gentleman that's bragging and boasting about, and he's not the only one. Let's go through the comments and let's blast him. So there's 93 comments and there's 34 shares. That's a lot. Now let's go through some of these comments. No cap. That's 1. Y'all folks ruin the suburbs. That's 2. Strongly agree. 3. I got sprayed with mace because of that. Shit used to be Royal Rumble. I knew it wasn't I knew we wasn't shit when Johnny Rockets got the fuck out of there. Right? These are the comments. Like, listen to these comments. For sure. Honestly, it was such and such. It's finna be one of those posts. They heard fam wanted beef, so SOB. They heard the fam wanted beef, so SOB. N-word, we from Lithonia, Decatur, Stonecrest. What's that? LMAO. Laugh my ass off. Look at the ignorance. Agreed. Every weekend we was at the mall. Shit was a battleground. Not a mall. Laugh out loud. These people over 30 years old, man. And I'll tell you the time and the day when it was posted. One person, this is the only thing that I seen that made sense. One person say, let's not, and they stop. In other words, let's not go there. You know what I'm saying? Let's not talk about that. Like, we grown. Y'all hooligans was wild. Folks used to be walking around not buying nothing. Let me pause it right there. Imagine you starting a business. Let's just say you know friends or you know somebody who busted their backside. I know some young guys right now that's from Lithonia who busted their backside to get their restaurant up and going and doing well for themselves. Big shout out to them, man. I hope they don't mind me giving them a shout out. Big shout out to Twin Cooks, man. I watched these guys bust their backside, get it out the mud, and not cry, and really like start from the bottom and just built their way up. Listen, if you haven't tried Twin Cooks, man, y'all go and try Twin Cooks barbecue right here in Stonecrest, Georgia. That's now Stonecrest, Georgia. Because again, the unincorporated part of Lithonia, the city of Lithonia still exists. The real Lithonia is that way, and it's going to say city of Lithonia. By the way, that's the real Lithonia. Unincorporated part of Lithonia, we turned it into Stonecrest so we can do better and branch off, and that way we could better gauge our destiny out here on this east side, right? So anyway, they now reside in Stonecrest. Try Twin Cooks barbecue. Again, I'm using them for an example to see these guys bust their backside and to get to where they are. These guys won't want nobody around their place of business robbing or doing ignorant stuff to ruin their capital. It don't make sense. So now we up and coming. We got to now raise our children to do better than what we did. The goal was always to make it out of the slum, not create the slum. Lithonia been suburbia for a long time. Anybody from Atlanta metro area that represent and know themselves to be a Grady baby, it's always been that. Especially unincorporated Lithonia was the resident. It was the boonies. These are the facts. But now you got a bunch of people that's young and ignorant, want to be a part of something and want to make a name for themselves, bring down a whole, not just doggone Stonecrest slash Lithonia, but a whole like black area. A black area. They just brought it down. Now, peep game, because I'm not going to read all 93, and like I said, I read all 93, and the only one that was positive was the message that I left on there. I'm going to say it was hard being, man, every weekend type of shit. Them days was crazy, but fun. It was crazy, but fun. And like I say, guys, the list go on, and it just get worse. So everybody that's commenting on it, man, they not saying, hey, listen, guys, listen, we was ignorant, we was young and dumb. Out of 93 comments and 34 shares. Now, I'm the only one that left something positive to say, hey, man, hey, like, for real, let me go to my comment that I left on here. You know what's crazy? Everyone in the comments is black. It ain't no Asians in the comment. It ain't no Mexicans. It ain't no white folks. 94 comments, 93, including mine's 94, and everybody's black. Our parents live out here. We got siblings out here, our loved ones out here, and this is what we do to ourselves. And even at this age, this is something you want to glorify and share? Real quick, man, I grew up on Pac, man. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, right? Pac said something in an interview that resonated with me. Pac said, you know what, when I say I live a thug life, baby, to the ones who really came from like the real slums, who lived the thug life, we feel where he coming from. But the ones who middle class or suburbia, the ones who didn't really come from that real life, eventually they'll fall down to it because it looked glorious. And he was right. The hip-hop culture don't glorify ignorance and BS so much to the point people are coming from middle class, nice background, to join the gang. Make it out of poverty, or make it out of low income to big boy status, and then get the money and then go and invest in drugs. You see what I'm saying? So this culture been glorified so much that the people, they want to now live their life. It looked glorious to them. When we was coming up, the whole objective and the goal was to get away from it and to make it out and to do better and to give back. If you young and you somebody that commented on this right here, man, give back to the community, man. Like, you did enough tearing down, man. Give back to the community, man. This ain't no hood, man. This ain't no hood out here, man. I done been to 27 states. I done been to doggone different countries. This ain't the slum. This is not the hood. We living in the most powerful nation in the world. We in the land of opportunity, man. Milk and honey. This ain't the slum, homie. This is not the hood. This is not the real one anyway. It sounds like a bunch of ignorant people who wanted to be cool and make a name for themselves, and it look ignorant. Many of you may never make it to maturity, man, to even understand what it is I'm saying, man. You may never even make it to even understand. Man, get out here and do some community service and, man, give back to the community, man. This is a 94% African-American city. We tearing it down. Nobody else doing it. Now when we say, where's our nice restaurants? Where's the nice stores? Where's our Whole Foods? Where's our version of Trader Joe's? Where's our Sprouts? Where's our 5-star restaurants for when we go and take a nice young lady? Not a female dog. Not no thought. Bro, we our own worst enemy, man. This is what I've been saying for the last decade plus. The last 2 decades. We our own worst enemy, man. It's us. It's us. It's no more point of finger. Bro, we got to take accountability, man. This is unacceptable, man. This is unacceptable, man. And I hope many of you get this video that's on these comments and y'all share it, man. We got to step our game up. What y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I'm willing to bet out of 93 comments, out of the 93 people that commented on this, I'm willing to bet over 50% of them have children. Are you in the household with your significant other or your wife? Are you raising your children to be better and to give back? And so we can have something. We can create, man, Stonecrest have the potential to be the Black Wall Street. What are y'all doing? So we trying to build up, and this what's been going on. Just like one of the comments said, we weren't even buying nothing. We were just in there, and we was in there fighting, and we were just in there doing, and we done ran away. We done closed these people trap. We done messed up. We done closed shop. Imagine you running the trap. I'm gonna speak street language now so y'all can resonate and understand what I'm saying. Imagine you dog gonna run in the trap and you profiting $100,000, if not $1 million a week. And then you got somebody come to your trap, nickel and diamond, bringing in all of that traffic and making it hot, blowing up the spot. How you think that's gonna go? You messing up their money and their capital. How you think that's gonna go? Man, this is beyond ignorant, man. And like I say, the sad thing is, out of 93 comments, not one person said, the closest thing that one person said to being positive outside of my comment was, let's not, and they stopped. Like, let's not go there, man. What are y'all doing, man? And they want cool points for messing up our communities, man. Oh, man. You know what? I'll do a to be continued, man. This is ridiculous, man. I'll do a to be continued because, like I say, give back the best you know how, man. And this, like I say, use as much positivity to drown this out, man. You know, one thing, a lot of people say, well, we was young and we was ignorant. And this is more reason for you to, dump out positivity and give back to the community, man. And teach your children better than what you knew. Because this ridiculous, man. Like, this is ridiculous, man.
Guys, real quick, man, I want to offer a solution, man. I know many of the people, again, in the comment, I'm not going to argue with any of you, because clearly, many of you still young and ignorant. You haven't reached a certain level of maturity to probably even grasp what I'm saying and comprehend the concept. This is why many Black folks I know are clones. And when I say clones, they look Black, but mentally they something else. Look at, if you still promote evil and negativity at a certain age, then you clearly don't get the concept unless you just headstrong on doing the devil's work. Right now we are our own worst enemy, is what I'm saying. And again, it's one thing to say it's other races that's keeping us down, or it's the system that's keeping us down. It's not. It's us. And we have to talk about it, and we have to, teach our children and the young folks better and be the examples. And we have to be the change in which we want to see. And what's crazy is when you older and you try to talk to the young folks and give them the game, a lot of time they don't want it. They bat it down. If a lot of these young folks wanted unincorporated Lithonia to remain Lithonia, they should have showed up in 2016 at the voting poll. Many of them didn't. They don't understand. They lost in the sauce. They don't even know what's going on. They caught up. They distracted between drugs, between chasing skirts, entertainment. They lost. They don't know. People making decisions with their lives, and they don't even know it, and they don't even care to know. You have to be held accountable, especially as a mature adult. You have to be held accountable. Point blank period, whether you want to hear it or not. Many of you will get offended. Many of you going to want to take shots. I get it. You upset, you ignorant, you don't know what's going on. But share the video, and like I said, we got to step our game up. We are our own worst enemy.
Hey.
You gonna do it, you gotta do it. You know what I mean? Oh, let me on that red carpet, man, one time. One time. Now see the trip. Ready for Christmas? Yeah. Christmas. Yeah, we ain't here, man. Shout out to Billy. See what we got.